My name is Derrick Harville, and I'm a chief in the Navy. I grew up pretty well. I grew up on a lake house in South Carolina. I went to college for a year, and then it wasn't for me. So then I decided to join the military in 2007, so going on 18 years. And I joined Naval Special Warfare, went through training in 2007, graduated in 2008. When did I notice that I had problems with substances? I mean, to be honest, I don't think I did initially. It was mainly outside sources, like my wife was a big component. And never really with work so much, but my wife occasionally said maybe not have that 5th glass of whiskey. And then once that started happening for quite a while, I did notice that I was doing habits that are not normal, like hiding alcohol or obviously drinking too much to a blackout. And then it did start to affect work, where I was late or getting lazy or leaving early just so I could go get a drink. I randomly was driving to work. It was a Friday, and I was driving in my car, and I got extremely upset for some reason. And I just called my wife on the drive to work, and I said, I'm not going to work today. I'm driving straight to the treatment center. My first treatment experience, obviously it was my first one, so I had no idea what I was doing. It was good. I learned a lot, and I would say about the first one that there was no follow-on care. I'm not saying that's why I had a relapse or why I started to drink again, but once I went to my second treatment, there was so much aftercare that I haven't even thought about alcohol since. Longbranch was very, I don't want to say intrusive, but they dug into all aspects of my life. The biggest thing for me was family. I want to say it was every Thursday, it was family night. So my wife came into Longbranch, and we had a 3-hour session with all the family members, which was great. I think that this time, I wanted to be there, to be honest. Like, I went into it, I had been to one before. I think going to my first treatment center, I said I was an alcoholic, but I didn't know I was an alcoholic. And then this time I went in going, yeah, I am an alcoholic. I gotta figure out how to fix this. Like, Longbranch was very structured, hour by hour. I knew what I was doing, I was learning. As a military person, I like structure, I like timelines, so all that worked out great for me. So my mindset going into Longbranch, along with the amount of resources that Longbranch gave me, just helped me to where I am today. I think that my decision to go to treatment was a hard one while being in the military, because there is a lot of stigma. Well, in my case particular, depending on how high of rank you are, I think that people have a stigma that you're gonna somehow lose your job or your rank or something of that sort, your title, if you go to treatment. And also the other fact that I think the military is manly, so people have that stigma, just stick it out, toughen up, like, you're fine, just stop drinking. And I think it was a really hard choice because, yeah, all those factors, like, it's almost like I was putting my job before my family, my life. And then once I did make that decision, it's the best decision ever. So I think that military and alcohol is very, cultured, and I think it's glamorized. Everything has to do with, not everything, but like, let's get off work and go have beers, let's have a party this weekend and get drunk. It's never just work and not. It's always, alcohol is involved in some way, shape, or form in the military, and I do think it's very hard for, especially an alcoholic. I felt very supported because I'm in special warfare, so our community is very small. My command's only 200, and everybody's on a first name basis, and everybody was looking out. So they gave me the 2 months off of work completely to go to treatment. They followed up with me afterwards, so I think I had a lot of support, which is very helpful. Yeah, life is good. I'm about to retire, so now I'm doing it sober, which is great. I haven't thought about alcohol in a year and a half now, which I never thought was going to be possible. Like the first few months after treatment or during treatment was like, this is going to be a forever lasting thing where I have to think about not having a drink, and I haven't thought about a drink in a year and a half, and it's amazing. Everything that I do now is actually enjoyable. So, I mean, the family's happy, so that's good. About it, as a service member, I do think that there is way too much alcohol involved in the military and surrounding. And I do think that people are very scared or nervous to come forth saying they have a problem, or they don't think they have a problem because so many people drink. I'm just drinking just as much as this guy. That means we're all drinking too much. And I do think that in the long term, especially like in my case, like Longbranch saved my life, because if not, I'd be drinking more than I was.